It's early. It's like 7:15 a.m. and I'm headed up to Envision. We had a problem last time we were out. We went to leave our anchorage and the engine was hard to start. Eventually it started and ran, but I hadn't been hearing our lift pump, our fuel pump. It's the lift pump, not the high pressure one in the engine, but the pump that gets the fuel to the motor. I hadn't been hearing it for a while. I think the engine can work without it, but it doesn't start as well. So I'm going to replace that today. So when we were traveling at night, and we're going to start getting some night cruises under our belts to figure this out for our trip to Key West, our compass doesn't light up right now, so I decided to take this little cover off. And it's just like a pretty rudimentary little cover on the edge here of this Ritchie compass. And it just had this little, well, it just broke, but this little light bulb with some metal. I'm going to try and order a new LED thing because this is junk from the 80s. But it should be a pretty simple fix. So that's what I'm working on tonight. It's a beautiful day. Once the sun comes up and shines right there, it gets really hot. But I just met an AC guy today, so hopefully he's going to come look at our AC and see what happened to it. It's not working right now. And I'm going to work on switching the fuel pump out. And then while I'm at it, I figured I might as well change the fuel filters. The fuel filter, I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
But then Hurricane Ian happened, and it should be here in a couple of days. So we have to start preparing the boat and getting it ready for a hurricane. The storm is still a few days out, and at this point, all we know is we'll get winds between 50 and 150 miles an hour.
Well, it's an overcast day and we are at the boat, not getting ready to sail. We're actually getting ready for Hurricane Ian. So we are taking down our sails and getting her ready to hunker down.
Oh yeah.
Hey, at least it's not really sunny and hot out today.
Yeah, it's supposed to be sunny. It probably will be in a while. We need a flathead screwdriver to get this off.
The sail on our smaller boat was a hank-on sail, and this sail's on a roller furling, so we haven't taken it off before and we're anxious to learn how. And also it's about time to take these sails home and clean them, and we have to have them off the boat for the hurricane.
Right there. Tighten that up a little more. That's good right there. Maybe if you could break it where it's coming down out, there's no way to do that.
I think, should I go loosen the line off of that?
So now it's off. Look how this goes in. So basically just feeds into one of these things and just goes up like this.
We'll attach this downhaul here so we can raise this back up to the top of the mast, mostly just so that the halyard's not hanging down the forestay and can be attached along the mast, just so in high winds there's less lines flopping around.
Right now I'm taking the out haul off, and then these reefing lines were wrong anyways. They're supposed to go through these reefing holes and then down to the boom, and for some reason they were just bowlined on here. So I meant meaning to fix those. They work fine like this, but it's not right. So now this is the outhaul for the sail and the reefing lines, and I'm going to go pull those at the boom to get them to suck into here, and we put knots in the end to keep them from going in.
Yeah.
Those look good.
Our neighbors have arrived, and they are also getting their sails down. They've already got their bimini down. We were surprised this morning that there weren't as many people out here getting their sailboats ready, but as the day progresses, I'm seeing more and more people coming out to get things ready. I guess they just didn't wake up as early as we did. I'm sure more people will come out.
So now the clue is off, the tack is off, and there's our ram's horn for the reefing and everything. So now the only thing left is to, if you want to come up a little closer, look in here. The only thing left now is to get this. I like this little hanger too, so you can't lose this, but we're going to release this. These should come down and come out.
Slugs?
Slugs, but the thing that I just took out, I don't know. Wait, look, there's a pin right here. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Yep. Oh, it came off. These look really good. This one bungee cord went around all this and kept it. It really feels good. Like it's not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
Make this over again.
Battening down the hatches?
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Well, we did all we could. We took all the windage off the boat. The sails are home, and now it's time to clean them.
Well, it's a lot better than what I had brought it home as, which was just a big piled up. It was 3 times that size. A dirty sail, one that hasn't been cleaned in a while, feels like a cotton t-shirt. But when it's cleaned, there's a crunchy, plasticky feel to it, like it's new again. Really nice. Hear that? Before it was just like floppy, and now it is very rigid. So it definitely is nice to clean them once in a while. Somebody drove almost off the parking lot and ran over our power box, so now we just have a cone. Just 2 days before
the hurricane. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
The
fact,
calm before the storm.
We just saw a dolphin come out of the water right up there by the sign. And a couple boats are gone here. Looks like most people did storm prep. Some people didn't. Maybe they plan to do it tomorrow, but there's a lot of sails gone off boats and stuff like that. Look, we left the little tags on our fenders that we got. It always seems like right before these storms, it's the most peaceful and calm. Alright, I added my trail cam to the mast here. So let's see what we record during the hurricane. Susie just said that all those sailboats out there are just... Look at all those boats. 1, 2, 3, 4 boats. So here comes a hurricane, like say
5
boats sitting there, and another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there are less out there. Usually there's 7 or 8. So some people have moved their boats out of the anchorage, but that's a lot of boats to be just sitting out there on anchor for a hurricane that's approaching. That's not a good idea. And that one's, 2 or 3 of those are liveaboards, so are those people really going to ride it out? Well, anyways, this is the night before, so the hurricane or the tropical storm force wind should get here at midnight or 2 a.m. And then tomorrow, the hurricane should be, the hurricane winds and everything else. Storm's not here yet, but look at the water's already almost over those docks over there. So it's definitely higher than usual. I guess just the wind direction causes that. We have our Bimini top, or that's our Dodger actually. And I just gathered up our valuables out of here, just electronics that we might want to save, and check to make sure the toilet was latched and the windows are all secure. And it's a good thing I came over because the lights were on in here, so I would have been leaving the lights on. They're going to disconnect power tonight. I just talked to the marina staff and they said we're going to stay as late as they can, but they'll probably disconnect the power tonight. And we have 2 batteries and nothing's running. This fan is plugged in, so it only runs when the power's on. So I guess that's all you can do. We're tied up, and we'll try and come back here at the next high tide when the surge is supposed to be here, if I can make it in the parking lot, as long as it didn't go over that cement, just to check our lines and all that. Well, they're talking about a 5 to 7 foot surge here, and as you can see, another 2.5 feet of water, maybe 2 feet, it'd be at the parking lot. And our lines on the front, on the bow, we could probably go up another foot or 2. But I might loosen those a little more. But if that goes up 5 or 7 feet, these boats could basically, the boxes would be underwater and the boats could float onto the cement. Of course, they're tied up, so they shouldn't be able to do that, but either way, the storm surge is a weird thing to have to deal with, because you have to tie your lines so they have enough slack to let the boat go up that far. All we can do now is wait. We prepared as well as we could, and we just have to watch this hurricane come towards us and hopefully check on the boat in between. This is the night before the storm is supposed to arrive when I recorded this time lapse as the storm approached.